Hi, this is Christina from Hoopla.
Hey, I'm Megan from Southern Branding.
And this week we have Andrew from one of our favorite suppliers, which is Logo Included. And I think a lot of people that follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn have seen me use a little selfie light, and they're actually so popular when I give them away. People always order them. And that I get those from Andrew. So
Andrew's great. We love Andrew. I'm just going to go right into this because Chad and I have been using this all morning. This is my absolute favorite new item from you guys. It's amazing and comes with all the different attachments, but literally like this is used on a daily basis in our office.
I love to hear that. That's actually one of our best sellers right now, Megan. And I guess you can go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Andrew, Logo Included. I've been here for 7 years, and I've worked with AIA for about 5 years now. I'm the sales manager here at Logo Included. We are based in Atlanta, and we're, I would say, a mid-sized supplier in our industry, which gives us a lot of flexibility as far as lead times, inventory that we carry, just kind of being first to market with a lot of things as well, being sort of trendy kind of technology and then new ideas too. I think because we are mid-size, a little bit smaller, we're still looking at about the same production time as we have last year. So anything domestic, we're still looking at about 3 to 5 days. And then drinkware is still about 7 days, and that's drinkware stock domestically. Anything that we do here in Atlanta, we can do full color digital printing on, and then we still offer overseas production too, which is going to be about, it just depends on what the item is. We do stock some items, print them overseas, and then air them in. So overseas items can still take about 2 weeks or so. But as far as domestic goes, we actually added more employees last year and this year, and we've added more production space too. So we're definitely, I think, in a good position to, help out for Q4 and that sort of thing.
how
So
are you
that's
guys
awesome.
mitigating the shipping? Like, you said if it's overseas, you'll get the shipping in 2 weeks. How are you guys, kind of controlling and overseeing international shipping?
Yeah, so for those overseas orders, that's just for I would say a non-stock item that's kind of like built to order, or something that's just a special order that we stock or print overseas anyways. We have 2 shipments that leave China once a week. So one shipment leaves China on Monday, and then one shipment leaves China on Thursday. Those shipments, they used to take about 3 to 4 days to get to Atlanta from China. Now they take about a week. So we're kind of just preparing, letting our customers know in advance. Hey, once we place an overseas order, you're looking about this lead time. But that hasn't affected us too badly. As far as inventory goes too, though, some of our most popular items we air in instead of oceaning in. So we don't have a bunch of inventory hanging out at the LA port.
Yeah.
Since we are East Coast, we actually use a Savannah port, which I'm not sure if it's just less busy or whatever. So for instance, we had a a container of drinkware that left in July. It's about 5 weeks on the water. We got it in Atlanta in mid-September, so it wasn't that crazy comparatively, from what we're seeing on the LA side of things. So so we have air, we have inventory coming in air and ocean on some of our most popular products.
Okay, so I love that you just kind of went into some detail there, because I knew that you were producing domestically everything in Atlanta, but I didn't realize, connect the dots there, then that everything that you're getting from overseas is coming in to Atlanta too. So you're not having all of that congestion. So that means then anything that you're low on inventory on domestically, you're still able to get quickly to replenish your inventory. So that's really promising for, holiday gifts and year end and all that great stuff, right?
Absolutely. And I think that's helped us with pricing too, because our pricing is sort of, to kind of counteract price increases. We have the same product coming in air and ocean too. So it's the same price, whether it's air or ocean, but because we have, from our most popular products, like for instance, the massage gun, which we're bringing in air, the one you mentioned, Megan, we're bringing that in ocean and air. And that also just helps keep the price down. Instead of only bringing this product in air, which would have the price be crazy high. The fact that we're able to get lower pricing with Ocean and higher volumes, so that's definitely helping us out that way for sure.
And so you said that this is one of your most popular items this year, which is really, I guess kind of indicative of where we are. Everybody's stressed and tense and, all of that, because it's not like this is it. Well, first of all, this one is priced really reasonably, but it's not a low price point item either, which usually are, more of your top sellers. So that's great. And don't you have a couple of versions, right?
Exactly. So the one you have in your hand is the MG03. That's our new one. That's going to be in that $70 price point. We just came out with that one this year. We had one we introduced last year. The part number was MG02, which we still offer. That's going to be like over $100, that price point. The main difference between the two, the MG02 has the shell is made out of, sounds super crazy and fancy. It's made out of aerospace grade aluminum alloy, where the shell on the MG03, the one you have and I have in my hand too, it's ABS plastic, but they both come with, I can show you right here. They both come in the nice zippered carrying case, which makes it super portable. They both have the 4 different attachments for specific, muscle recovery massaging. The torque is about the same. So if I was to get, test these both blindfolded, I really wouldn't know the difference. Would someone with a lot of experience or chiropractor in the difference? Maybe, but I think for most consumers, the fact that it works well, it's got a great price point. I think that's been what makes it a super.
Andrew, I have a couple questions. What is the minimum for the new one, the MG03?
The minimum is actually, we have listed on our website 10 units, but we can work with that as well. So we do low minimums, and then this is stocked in Atlanta and we can get it out in about 5 business days.
Let's talk about, because of the holidays, everything is kind of unpredictable, with people kind of started to go back to work and now everyone's kind of going back to work from home. So if, a company wanted to get this for all of their employees, how do you handle drop shipping? How does that work? Can you include a custom card in the little carrying case? And how are you handling holiday packaging and drop shipping?
Great question.
Yeah, that's a good one. So we do fulfillment. We do drop ships. It depends on how much fulfillment we're doing. We can print a card. We can have you can send cards to us. You can send us other products too. We can quote it out. Pretty much everything's kind of quote upon request. Just for instance, we did a job recently for a movie studio, and they only used one of our products, but the distributor sent us like 4 or 5 other products that we ordered, the crinkle paper with, and we put the products in a nice gift box for them. Even though they're only using one of our products, we still did all the fulfillment. Typically, it's going to be about maybe $1 per item that we're adding to some kind of kit for the fulfillment side. As far as like gift boxes go, we don't have any in stock, but it's something that we can definitely get, or you could provide with us to us as well. And then we can get the crinkle paper, and we can make it look nice. As far as drop ships go, if it's just one box to one individual address, it's usually starts at around $6 or so. And then if we're doing, different quantities with different weights, which, adds more fulfillment, does add more labor, the cost will be a little bit higher. But I would say to start off, if it's just, one of our products with shipping to one address, it would be about $6 for the drop ship fee.
And how do you, because this is a constant question for me personally, international shipping. I have a couple clients that are global companies, and so I'm always navigating that international shipping. How does that work?
Sure. So we ship DHL, we ship UPS, we ship FedEx. We can ship all of those carriers out of our Atlanta facility or internationally too. If we are shipping internationally though, we can prepare the paperwork. We would just need your client's shipper number, and that's where we bill the freight, the duties, and the brokerage to. We can prepare the paperwork. We can give customs everything they need, but we can't also determine what local restrictions any specific country has. We know that there are certain restrictions, especially for batteries in different countries, but as far as what customs might need in specific, we can't determine that, but we can always process the paperwork how it is supposed to be, basically. So we would just need a third-party shipper number to bill all freight duties and necessary brokerage too.
Awesome. Okay, so what are some of the other top sellers that you've seen trending for holiday so far?
Yeah, absolutely. So massage gun, as I mentioned, that's where we're anticipating that being the best seller. We are having very good orders on that, and definitely I would say the average order quantity is probably 25 pieces, but we can support large orders too. We have this speaker right here, which is pretty new, which I like. We do the imprint on the top, as you can see there, which we can do full color. It's just a one color imprint. Has this little kind of elasticy band. Just this very nice sound quality speaker. This is we call this the waterproof speaker because it is waterproof. It has an IPX7 rating, which means this can go underwater for about 30 minutes without damaging the unit. But I just like the way this feels because it almost looks like a Sonos or JBL, like a retail brand.
Absolutely, yeah.
Speaker. But the sound quality is great. The fact that it's waterproof, I think adds another nice feature to it, and it's wireless charge too, so you can set it on a wireless charger. You don't have to worry about plugging it in, which I think is another cool feature.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that's a great feature for it too. You can plug it. There's a little port on the top where you can plug a cable in, but it has that international symbol for wireless charging on the bottom, so I think that's really
awesome.
Cool. Yeah,
how much are those?
These are about in the $40, actually the $30 price point right there. And since we stock it in Atlanta, we can do low minimums on that.
Does it come in any other colors, or is it black with full color logo?
Black with full color logo on that, typically. We also have a new line we just started called Harmony, which right now we only have 2 products in it. But basically with Harmony line, we're trying to create an actual retail type experience with our product. So we have this kind of nice retail-esque packaging. It has Harmony on the side. It's kind of our brand name that we've created, Harmony Buds on that side. And then it's just this very unique to us style of earbuds right here. It's hard to see in this camera, but very good sound quality. These are actually sweat resistant too, so they are great for working out. The earbuds themselves, this is a really unique design that I haven't seen before. But they stay in your ears really well. They actually do noise cancellation too. And we can do full color. This is a blank unit right there, but we would do the full color printing right there on the case. And those are gonna be in like that $70 price point. But with that too, we do low minimums. As far as other earbuds, that's a huge category for us. So like these ones right here, the Harmony Buds, these are in the $70 price point. We have ones that are really good quality too. They're like a $30 price point. Here's a full color imprint on these. This is the Earmigos Plus, and they have a really slim earbud right there. And then the thing I like about really all of our earbuds is that the pairing process is super easy. Most of them don't even have buttons. You just take them out of the case, the earbuds sync to each other, and then you can pair them to your phone. So earbuds are definitely one of our biggest categories right now. We have deep inventory on a couple different styles.
Andrew, are either one of those wireless charging as well? The cases?
The Harmony wireless charging. Yep.
Oh, neat.
Awesome.
That's a really cool feature. And with the Harmony line too, we have a new over-the-ear headphone. I just don't have a sample. We just added it. But the cool thing about the over-the-ear headphone, the part number is HP101. They have a 20-hour playtime, so the battery's huge and the sound quality is really good, and they're in that $90 price point.
And are all of your earbuds, real quick, are all of your earbuds the kind that like, because so many people are working from home or working remotely, are they the kind that you could do a Zoom call with them on, or, you know, watch a webinar, and if you need to interact, you can? Is that how they?
Yeah, with the microphone and.
Yes.
Yeah, they have a microphone. I would say majority, if not all of them, do have the microphone. And as long as your laptop is Bluetooth enabled, they will pair to your laptop too. So yeah, you can use them for a webinar. Actually, I used the Harmony Buds for a webinar recently, and the sound quality is really good. So the only complaint you may hear with some of the like earbuds might be when you're doing like the talk feature, but the sound quality like for music is great. But with the Harmony Buds, the talk feature is superb as well. It's almost like a 200 pair of Apple AirPods, in my opinion.
Well, and the nice thing too with the Harmony, when you said they had noise cancellation, is if a lot of people that are working at home and have, you know, little kids or dogs or whatever running around, having that noise cancellation really helps you be able to focus on, you know, what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I
Exactly.
was actually going to ask you. So I have a pair of the AirPod Pros, and the only reason why I bought those was because of the noise canceling feature, because it was better than some of the others that I had seen. And those are not, inexpensive, but that noise canceling feature is my favorite part about it. And even like with snoring and other things like that, like it really does block out sound. So at a $70 price point compared to a $250 price point, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Absolutely. And I mean, like I said before, since we have the stock, we're pretty flexible on minimums too. So if you see something posted on our website, that's the minimum. We can definitely work with that too.
Do you guys charge? Because a lot of other suppliers also do that, but then they charge you a less than minimum fee if you're ordering less than the minimum.
It depends on what the product is and how many you would want. If you're just ordering one, and depending on what the value was, there might be a less than minimum fee, but we're flexible with that too. I mean, in general, we are a very flexible company.
And that's why we like working with you.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
want to make things easy for you, so that's what we're here to do. But yeah, so I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Keep
I
going.
was saying I was gonna. So we talked about wireless charging and how the EB101s are wireless charge enabled. Some other cool charging products that we have. So with iPhone 11 and up, they're all switching from the USB port, which you see in the bottom, to that Type-C port on the top. So we have some cool charging products to reflect that. That's called PD charging. That's that Type-C input. And it's super fast too. So it has to be compatible with your phone, which I think is iPhone 11 and whatever the Samsung same generation phone is, whatever came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, I have that one.
Switching over to the Type-C input, but it'll charge your phone 0 to full in about 30 minutes or so.
So I'm going to interrupt Andrew because, when people think about getting a plug, they think, oh, I don't want to give a plug. Who wants a plug? But I want to say a couple things. One is no phones anymore come with a plug. Andrew has sent me a couple different plugs, but one in particular he sent me in the beginning of summer. I used it on every single business trip and every single trip I went on. It's that one, I think it had a PlayStation logo on it, and it's a wireless charger, but it can also charge into the wall. And let me tell you, if you use a normal block to plug your phone into, it does not fast charge your phone. So you think, oh, a plug, how boring to give that. But actually, I use it all the time. My husband's always stealing it from me when we're vacationing because it becomes a wireless charger as well. But I can also fast charge all of my devices that have fast charging. So I think a plug is actually a really underrated gift.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love that one. And that one even, it has the digital readout too.
Yes.
It doesn't.
Yes.
And then it can also be the power bank.
Oh,
Yes.
he has it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I use this all the time. What's the minimums and the price point on that?
The minimum is 10 units and the price point's like in the $50 range right here. But with this one, I'm glad you said that too. And yeah, Christina, so I actually went to a trip to Utah for work a couple months ago, and I didn't bring a cable. And since this has the wireless charge feature, you put your phone on top of it. That's all I did. When I went to bed at night, I put my phone on top of this. It charged my phone overnight. And then I just plugged that back into the wall, which recharged the battery itself. Or you can plug a cable into it and plug it into the wall that way. Or you can plug your cable into it and use it as a power bank. Or you can just put your phone on top of it and use it as a wireless charger. So it's kind of like an all-in-one charge device. And all the charging aspects on it, the wireless and the plug-in, they're all fast charging.
Yep.
So it's a 10-watt wireless charger compared to 5-watt, which is standard. So even the wireless charging is fast. And with this one too, it's ETL certified. So it's got the safety testing behind it that you get it at like a retail level. Like if you got a product at Best Buy or Target, it would either be ETL or UL certified. So same thing, like we do take the safety testing very seriously too. But yeah, I like that one because it's just super easy to throw in your bag or your purse, and really easy to travel with. And it's something that you're gonna be using either at home or on the road.
I have another question, Andrew, for you, and because you guys do specialize in a lot of high end and electronics. I think a lot of people have a connotation of promo products or promotional products being like cheapies and like knockoffs and not having that cachet or that confidence that like, you know, whatever Apple or whatever has with it. So do you guys have any type of like warranty or satisfaction with the electronic products? I'm sorry to put you on the spot because I've never asked you this before.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. We have about like a year warranty on the imprint, and then on most products, it's about a 3-month warranty in general. But obviously, if you get something and it's not functioning right, we're happy to obviously take a look at it and either replace it or whatever. So we don't really have, like, I would say a firm written warranty in general, but it's just kind of a case by case situation. Typically about 3 months though. And I think that 3-month range right there is definitely a good enough time to when somebody gets a product and they realize that, hey, there's something wrong with it, or maybe it broke in transit or something. So there's a lot of other situations too. But obviously, if there is an issue with something that is not normal, we are happy to replace the unit itself.
Well, I'm glad that you brought up the testing and all of that, because sometimes, you know, we'll get clients that may send us something and go, oh, I found this online for a lower price, and it's not apples to apples. It's not the exact same product, and certainly not coming from the same place. And so, you know, when you talk about testing and product safety and all of that, that's one thing. So Christina and I mean, when you're working with us, we vet our suppliers like Andrew, so that we know that you're covered and your money is, you know, you're going to be okay. And it's not going to be a faulty product, and that there is, you know, some sort of, if something does go wrong, we're able to fix it for you. Because a lot of, you know, the online, when you're finding something super cheap, like you're getting what you pay for, and that's not a quality. And so that's part of our responsibility, is to really vet that.
Well, and I want to just tag on to what Megan said. I have had clients kind of before they worked with me, gone that route and tried to buy things themselves and get a deal and stuff. And then something happened, like either the imprint didn't come out right, because there's a lot of layers of complexity when it comes to needing a vector logo and all the work that we kind of do behind the scenes. And anyways, and I think a couple times the product was just not good, you know, when they received it. And when they contacted, you know, the online vendor with the problem, they're like, oh, well, sorry. So not only are you out however much money you spent, but now you have a product that you can't even give out. So it's yeah.
Okay, so I do want to take a minute and I want to talk about your drinkware, because when I saw that you were first coming out with drinkware, I mean, there are so many options and so many suppliers with drinkware. And it's like, okay, well, you know, really love Logo Included. Let's check this out, see how it goes. And you sent me this guy. And I don't drink canned drinks all that often, but I've started, like, this is a new, it's one of those like seltzer, but with the caffeine.
Oh yeah, I have those too.
Yeah, that I'm kind of addicted to now. And so I've been using this. And the other day, this actually was yesterday, and I had one newly opened, whatever, left for 3 hours, came back, and it's still like fresh out of the refrigerator, cold. So this is a great item. This is a great quality product.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, so that's kind of like what we would say, similar to, like, I guess, like BrewMate. I know that something like, I don't know if I can. So that's probably most similar to it. It's just the can cooler. Basically, the top screws off there. You put a can. I believe you can even fit like a beer bottle in there or a soda bottle, and just screws over, and it keeps it cold for a couple hours. But we do this nice wrap.
Yeah, you've got the all over imprint on that.
Full wrap.
Great.
Most of our drinkware, there are a few exceptions. So, well, actually, good point. So the drinkware itself includes this nice full color imprint in a standard location right here. But most of our drinkware, we can do these nice full color wraps on it like this.
Wow.
And it just adds like $1.50, I think. So it's a pretty fair price. But yeah, so I think drinkware, you know, everybody has like their preferences, that sort of thing. But we have a lot of just different options. Some that include, you know, like the straw, or they have the bamboo cap. They have the, you know, the lids on them or whatever. But I think we definitely have something for everybody. And I think our, you know, imprint methods are really cool too, especially with that, with like the wrap.
I want to talk about that full wrap real quick, because a lot of times in my experience, and I don't have as much experience as everyone else, but when people do a full wrap, there's usually always just a one line of where it couldn't complete. I don't know what the technical term is. So you either have to create a design that kind of hides it in a way, or you just have that line where it couldn't complete. And when you were showing that, it looked like it was really a full wrap. There was no line.
Yeah, so this one does not have a seam on it, if that's what you mean. We have seen it. So I mean, it just really depends on the art file. I mean, this is obviously this more like a banner, the Zoo Atlanta one. But yeah, we can do it where there is no seam, but the art kind of has to be it has to be prepared that way, I think, so it can be fully wrapped around the whole unit. But yeah, for sure. And another thing we do as well, we do like the free virtuals that definitely help out, and we can even run spec samples too. So like I said before, I guess the theme is like we're flexible, so we're happy to work with you. If you have like a really cool art file, it might need tweaking, we can take a look at it, and we can maybe like run a spec to see how it would print too.
Yeah, you guys are really great with that. And I do want to thank you for saying that and then prompting me, because you just helped me with a project where some art had to be recreated, and man, Shannon is on top of it.
So fast.
Yes.
So fast.
Yes.
We have a great team here, and that's like really what we're about. Like we're about the customer service experience too, because what helps you guys be more efficient at your jobs, and what helps relay information to the consumer is what we're all about for sure. What makes the process easier, I guess.
That's awesome, and it's appreciated.
Cool. Well, thank you. Absolutely. But yeah, so that was kind of all the drinkware I had. Those are some of the most popular styles, and it's really all from around that $10 price point and up, maybe a little bit lower within there. But yeah, we have about 20 different SKUs. Some you may have seen before, like the classic like Triton style, and stainless steel. But yeah, and then we do straws and that sort of thing as well.
So great. I have a question, and Megan, you tell me if I'm jumping the gun, because we don't like to make our recordings too long because we find people won't watch them if we make them too long. I wanted to ask you, Andrew, if you have any predictions or your forecasting, what your forecast is for 2022 in our space and for Logo Included, not only what items you think will be popular or what you guys have in the pipeline, but just, there's a lot of labor shortages and a lot of unknowns. What are you kind of seeing, and what are you thinking for 2022?
We'll probably see some more price increases across the board. As just material costs are going up, the cost of labor is going up, and freight. So I guess if you are looking to spend money on promo, I guess I would recommend doing it sooner than later, because yeah, it's just a natural thing. We're going to see prices increase. As far as with Logo Included, I think we're going to be getting more into like the health and wellness space. We already have a couple of category products within that category. We've been traditionally a technology supplier. We entered the industry just doing USB drives about 20 years ago, and we've obviously grown a lot since then. But I tell my customers that we're sort of like everyday useful promotional products, something that's going to be, you're going to use it every day. It's going to make, a number of impactful branding impressions. And I think that's kind of what we're all about. But I think items for the home, especially with charging and just like, and the health and wellness theme is what we're going to continue to focus on as a supplier.
Well, I think the items that are useful, so that speaker is going to be in every one of my presentations now with the wireless charging. That was awesome. Okay. My last question is, have you announced any cutoffs? I saw the other day where UPS and FedEx, they've already come out with their cutoffs. So for Logo Included, what's cut off to still be able to deliver in time for Christmas?
We actually don't have a cutoff yet. We're still working on our, 3 to 7 day production time domestically. So with overseas stuff, it really depends on the item as well, because we do some, overseas manufacturing where things could take, 20 days or so. If you're looking to get product before the end of the year, especially before the holidays, sooner than later, especially this month. I think October is a great month to do that, because we all know when we roll into November, people are on that already the holiday mindset. People start traveling for Thanksgiving, that sort of thing, and projects can get pushed back that way. I think sooner than later, especially in the month of October, before things do really escalate into full-scale production with a lot of suppliers across the board in our industry.
Yeah, awesome.
So
Okay, so that's it.
Oh wait, I have two more. One statement, one question.
Perfect.
So I do know you get things overseas, and a lot of people actually don't know about how much Chinese New Year's affects our industry. It usually happens, for a whole month in around February. So how do you guys handle Chinese New Year's? And then my second statement before you answer, so I don't forget, is I was watching TikTok last night, even though I should have been going to sleep. And Logo Included came up as a suggestion for me. So I followed you guys, and I just really loved all the behind the scenes stuff you guys were showing on TikTok. So I just wanted to give you props there, but we can talk about Chinese New Year.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll say too, we do post a lot of, informative and fun content on our social media if you want to follow us. A lot of it too is information on a product and maybe a cool feature on it that you didn't know it existed. But with Chinese New Year, the thing with Chinese New Year, it changes every year, really, as far as when the factories are shut down. We usually get the itinerary, the schedule, usually later in the year, sometime around November. We'll know when all the factories are shut down. We actually own and operate a factory overseas too, which I think gives us a little more visibility and boots on the ground, because our parent company is a manufacturer of digital displays. So we have the factory space. We have people on our employee there as well, and boots on the ground, which definitely helps. But how we prepare for Chinese New Year is we are already bringing in inventory. We kind of have, after we know the schedule, we sort of have a cutoff date on when we can get products out to bring them in here. And that's something that we've been kind of focusing on every year, is always having more Atlanta production space and products to do. I mean, 5 years ago, we only had really, maybe 3 products that we printed in Atlanta, and now we have hundreds. So we are growing year after year as bringing products into Atlanta to be competitive as far as, shipping orders out in 5 to 7 days. So I think, I guess there's a long-winded response, but we're just always, before Chinese New Year, we're always just bringing more inventory in on, I would say, our core sellers and what we anticipate being, hot items moving into the new year.
Okay,
great. Meghan, do you have any more questions?
I don't. Just thank you. We appreciate all your support. I just saw this. This was my last mask project with y'all. Awesome. These are the masks that everybody loved. Like this, we did a self promo.
Oh, can you show that?
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know you guys did masks.
This FM11 this is what gave so before we started recording, Andrew with AIA
won an award.
Yeah, won an award, and it was year-over-year sales growth within our AIA community, which we keep talking about. We need to do a whole nother show about who is AIA, because you see it on our invoices and all of that. So for another time. But this is one of the main reasons, right? Because you guys came out with this awesome mask that everybody loves, and it's so comfortable and breathable.
Is it dye sublimated?
This is the one they ordered. Say that again.
Is it full color sublimation on that?
Yep.
What's the back look like?
We can
Andrew, you're going to need to send me some samples.
I can do that. Absolutely. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that was, like you said, Meghan, that was the reason we had such phenomenal growth last year, is because, like I said, with having a factory and having employee overseas, having boots on the ground, we were able to transition into being a PPE importer early on in the pandemic, before I think really anybody else was. We were getting into that. We were bringing it in late February as far as disposable masks and that sort of thing. And then we got into the more promotional PPE too, as far as the branded masks and that sort of thing, pretty early on, which helped us out. It gave us actually our best year ever last year, which has helped us grow to be a reliable supplier this year, as far as bringing in more inventory, more production equipment, and more people in our employ here in Atlanta as well.
What's the turnaround on those masks, Andrew?
We can get those out. Those are overseas only, but we can have those ready to ship out of Atlanta in about 3 weeks after proof approval. We do also have a direct ship option, which is usually about $250, depending on what the quantity is, to direct ship an item from our factory overseas to one US location.
Is that on top of shipping, or 250 is the shipping cost?
That would be the shipping cost.
And then what's the minimum on those masks?
I think just 100 units.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Christina, I'm telling you, this is the mask that we sold and everybody loves it. We never had an issue with it, and right on, like there's not been one that has been delayed. They're all right at about 3 weeks. And then also because, they are so amazing with proofs and getting art generated so quickly, that shaves like a whole week off of what it may be with, a different product as far as turnaround times. So
yes,
it's
those
been
art proofs can really tack on a lot of time.
Yep.
Yeah, we can get those back in an hour. So
yeah, you guys are fast. Well,
Awesome.
thank you for being on our show. This is definitely different than last week's show, and it was great. I learned a lot personally, and I think like the sentiment is, guys that are watching the show, please put your orders in now. Start working on them now.
Yeah, massage guns, speakers. That's what you're going to go for.
Absolutely. We anticipate being the best sellers for Q4, and we are going to be keeping comfortable levels of inventory to definitely help you guys out. And thank you, ladies, so much for the time and let me kind of highlight my company, the products we offer, and how we can kind of support everybody.
Well, thank you. Thanks for all the support you've given us. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hope everybody has a happy sales week and a happy Q4.
Awesome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.